It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 45. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And it's coming up next.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to...
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop. Second down and 8. Play action now with Rodgers. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Hardman now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Packers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a short pickup to about the 30. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. We'll go play action with Love. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, Love. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. Aaron Banks played his college ball at Notre Dame. Guilty there. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's hard! And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Steelers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Rodgers now. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there...
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled 1st half continues. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
They'll run. Johnson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
The master of play action, Rodgers. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. That's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. And Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical.
It is brought in the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Steelers are on top. It's now 10-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Hardman now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Dobbs headed in motion. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. That's on the former second-round pick, Elgton Jenkins. From the gun, it's Love.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On second down, Love. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
Big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Packers. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3-and-out.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. It's 2nd down. This is Jacobs. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now Love. That's to Dobbs again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A second down throw for Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down of 7.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Now Love. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Dobbs headed in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Running is Jacobs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. They'll run with Jacobs. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
From the gun on third down, it's Luck. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
McManus and the field goal unit come on. This will be a 46-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Patterson now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught! And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 33 yards.
And Mike, as the rest of this game unfolds and they have success with their play-action passing game, expect the balance of their run game to continue to pick up as well. When you can make a defense defend the same look, run and pass, that is a handful, and it tends to lead to these big, explosive chunk plays.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
On the give, it's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job, not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
3rd and long for Rodgers. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
We'll go play action with Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. Oh, as costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this ahead to about the 25-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Here's Daniel Whelan now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's a screen set up for Warren. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports.
Both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Patterson now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A run here with Johnson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Another run here with Johnson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Rodgers. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll try to run with Johnson. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on third down. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Hardman now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Love. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And it's a good, solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 1st down for Aaron. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Here's Rodgers. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A-Rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and None of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Back to throw is Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw it on 1st down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
On play action, Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down, and he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Patterson now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On this 1st down, it's Johnson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again with Johnson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing Rodgers. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
Here's a screen set up for Warren. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
This one has plenty of leg. And And it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. Hardman now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Love to throw. This is taken in by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. The throw on the run is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Here's Austin to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. This one grabbed by Austin. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A give left side here for Johnson. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And get this to his tight end, Freiermuth. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds, up past the 35-yard line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. It covers 51 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the handoff, Johnson is running right. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. His kick is good. And the Steelers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Nixon on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of him.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. From the gun, it's Love. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Love. To the sideline, he's got Watson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Injured player on the field, and he's battled through injuries throughout his career. Christian Watson, the injured party. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is caught at the 3. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a...
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers will cut it to a 2-point lead. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.